People don't cut everyone off because they're cold. They do it because something inside them finally broke. People leave, slowly, quietly, without a word. And sometimes, it's not anger. It's something much deeper. Something that builds one small step at a time until suddenly, they're gone. And maybe it's happened to you too. Maybe you've been on both sides without even realizing it. Some people leave because trust was broken. You gave them your time, your energy, your heart, and when it mattered most, they weren't there. Every small disappointment, every forgotten promise, every subtle letdown stacks up like invisible bricks on your chest. Over time, carrying that weight becomes unbearable. Eventually, they stop showing up, not out of hate, not out of revenge, but because their heart finally learned a crucial truth. It cannot keep giving where it isn't valued. And stepping away isn't cruelty. It's self-preservation. Others step back because they've simply run out of energy. They gave and gave, but all they got in return was more demand, more drama, more expectations. They smiled when they didn't feel like it, listened when they were already drained, helped when their own needs were ignored. Every interaction cost something they could never reclaim. Eventually, survival wins over obligation. They retreat, not out of anger, not out of malice, but because their peace matters more than anyone's approval. Maybe you've been that person too, pouring from an empty cup without even realizing it. Some drift because life changed them. Their mind shifts, their goals shift, the way they see the world shifts. Suddenly, the friends who once felt essential no longer fit. It isn't betrayal, it isn't resentment, it isn't exhaustion. It's alignment. They might still care deeply, but the energy and time they once spent on certain people now belong somewhere else. They leave quietly, not to punish, but because they need space to grow into who they're becoming. And sometimes that means letting go of people who simply no longer match their frequency. It's painful but necessary, choosing authenticity over comfort, growth over familiarity. If you've ever felt like friendships faded quietly, that's why. And then there are those who leave because they finally understood a simple, yet powerful truth. Not everyone is good for your peace. Maybe they were too forgiving, too available, too understanding, and it cost them more than they realized. Every one-sided conversation, every ignored boundary, every constant demand builds up until the mind and body quietly say, enough. Letting go isn't loss. It's liberation. Removing toxicity, setting boundaries, protecting energy. These aren't just choices, they're survival tools. Peace is priceless, and no relationship is worth sacrificing it. Stepping away isn't selfish. It's essential. It's choosing life without chaos, clarity without noise, and strength without compromise. So why do people cut everyone off? Betrayal, exhaustion, growth, boundaries, or maybe a mix of all four. The point isn't blame, it's understanding. If you see yourself in any of these, it doesn't make you cold. It doesn't make you heartless. It makes you human. Someone who learned, who survived, who protects what matters most. And that's the thing. Leaving isn't dramatic. It's quiet, slow, and always about protecting your peace. Which one of these feels like you? Share your thoughts below and hit subscribe for more human psychology breakdowns.